Hello everyone. This video is to assist and to help and to encourage and educate and empower entrepreneurs or individuals who's seeking to apply, obtain, get approved SBA loan, SBA small businesses for anything under 5 million if you have no real estate involved. So let's first start off that we are in the time of video is 2020 of April. During this time, we're having a lot of issues with the economy because coronavirus 19, I hate that word. I'm trying to avoid not to say that so many times. And it stopped a lot of work, dreams, goals, but it does not stop our determination or our purpose, if you will. So just to update everyone, we are very well aware that we are still trying to proceed with financing. My name is Bobby with um, DreamTeam Multi. That's my legal Vietnamese name that I assist in bilingual to educate our um, entrepreneur community. So anybody, when I say community, there's a different type of gift and energy to those who wants to own their own business, to operate certain ways and to expand, either it's in franchise, individual, startup business, whatever your goal may be. If it's in healthcare, if it's in pet care, if it's in beauty, if it's in what is automotive, dry cleaning business, all those are small businesses that the US depend on economic growth on small business. Hence that program that came out for the EIDL or the PPP that we've been hearing so much about. So right now, I am aware there's lots of folks who's preparing for expansion of their next business because there's some of us who are in a situation that need to sustain our current business, and there's some of us who are seeking to expand or open up location because we already watched the news and we've already seen a lot of social media information. Some of the landlord have already locked up some of the business, and some of the individual who's looking for opportunity that who have existing build out location or location we wanted to get in, we couldn't get in before because it's full. Now that this is an opportunity for some of us to obtain those locations. So to prepare that, some of the individuals or group of folks or commissioners, chambers, associations have already reached out to prepare the financial. Um, and the ending of this video will be about the home equity loan, source and seizing that so that you can use that fund for the injection for the SBA. First question, SBA, how much injection? It is 50% of your total project. That includes your construction, working capital, marketing, advertising, equipment, furniture, and fixture. You add them all up as long as you finance under 5 million. So your total project could be 6 million, 7 million, but your loan amount cannot exceed 5 million as long as you inject at least 15%. Well, I heard there's some people do 10. The 10% is if there's real estate involved and as long as it can sustain its payment. I had a long day, sorry for my irritation of mine and the long lashes, of course. But I'm supporting local businesses for all of the facial, all the lashes, all the um, microblading, hair, all that good stuff. So if you want to know more, just comment below. So let's get started in regards to, I'm going to share this screen real fast of what do we need to get started on the SBA small business. If you're looking to do a 504, which includes real estate, that's a totally different video. Check that out, okay? So for right now, because we're in April, it's a good opportunity that the IRS have delayed the filing for 2019. So this good opportunity for us to get that tax return prepared. If you did not file 2019, do not worry. You can just use a profit and loss. So those are the information that you need to gather. Right now, we take opportunity to not having to have juggling multiple tasks because the children's in school, assignment, homework, extra activities, yada, yada, yada. So we can gather these documents. 19, 18, and 17, if 19 have not been filed, show proof of extension, and we can go on with a profit and loss. Copy of your ID, driver's license. Most important thing that you have any documentation to support, like divorce, short sale, bankruptcy, disclose that in advance so you know how to structure that. If you have IRS lien, then you cannot proceed with an SBA. However, if you have a release of lien, then go ahead and provide those documents. Next thing is all the assets. Prepare all your funds, as in your personal, your business, the trust if you're applying through the trust or LLC, keeping all the records, gathering all the documents if you have not gotten that together, which is the soft cost of architect bid. Just because you do not have a location in mind doesn't mean that you cannot get an architect cost of bid. What you do is you look for the architect, interview them, who you want to work with, and they will give you a proposal. In that proposal, it'll tell you it will be estimated about $1, $2, $3 per square foot. And what does it include? Does it include MEP, getting permits, dealing with ADA, who they contract out, all that good stuff, and if they're going to provide you CAD copies so that you can send it with the general contractors. Next up is the property. If you buy commercial real estate property, of course, you need a earnest money contract or the PSA. The second part is if you already have a earnest money deposit, then a copy of that as well. If you're using a title company or if you're doing virtual, update and let us know. Rent roll to that property, seller financials, if it's an existing business and you're acquiring that business. If you're doing a virtual, go ahead and provide update for us to where to send email documents for the notary. The process to do this is about 45 to 60 days, assuming that you have all these documentations in place. If you do not have it in place, it might take longer. Things that might take longer is for some folks is doing a personal financial statement. It has to be good and valid up to 60 days. If you have a joint husband and wife, then you can do a joint return. If it's a partner, then it's two different personal financial statements. Resume, we're looking for experience, obviously, and personal history, there's a form that you can complete. Source of all the injections. So I was telling you I was going to talk about this earlier. Lots of folks right now who really want these type of properties or these locations that we couldn't get in before, you can do a home equity loan. With that home equity loan, you can prepare to prove documentation to prove where those funds come from. And yes, you can use home equity loan to do an SBA to inject in it as long as you have documentation that it came from there, which is your closing settlement statement. And the next part it is some people get really intimidated and do not like this, but we do need projections. Projections of 1 year, 3 year, and if you're doing real estate involved, it's 5 years. Injection to have all the assumptions, such as assuming that if you're selling a dish per dollar, how much, what, where, how it's going to allocate those. Answer, most people already know, is 1/3. 1/3 goes to food, 1/3 overhead, and then there's fixed costs, all that good things. So make sure those numbers have to make sense. Next part is owner's income, owner's draw sheet. It's an attachment of a form that I can send in. And if you already know that you're going to open up an LLC, which is highly recommended versus a DBA, go ahead and talk to your accountant or CPA to know which way you're going to structure it. Is this going to be an LLC, LP, S Corp, C Corp, all that great thing. Then you have to send in the supporting document with operating statement as well. Usually accountant or CPA can set it up. Most people can do it themselves, Google online, but the whole point of the company is to protect your other personal assets. So consult with a professional to get you guided in the right way. Assume name. So after the LLC, you're not going to be like something enterprise, be on the front storefront name. It will be a bee salon, Queen Bee Salon, whatever that may be, and then that will be your DBA. Number of staff and individuals you'd be hiring or the job and position, because as you know, that's part of the finance, and you can also finance their wages up to 2 months if you need it. Okay, the next step is all your debt schedule. If you have any current debt, we're going to list it out because there is a qualification for it. If there is a felony charge, usually will not get approved. If you're backed on child support, tax lien, payroll liens, and all that, that will not fly under SBA. So with government types of loan, SBA is not a lender. It's a guaranteed part of like an insurance, if you will, that will insure the banks, and the bank will service the loan for your request of the loan amount. I hope that answered your question. If you have anything else, feel free to call, instant message. Let me know what we can do and assist, and we're here to consult anytime. You have a fabulous one, and ta-ta.